Okay, let's get the show on the road here. I want to thank everybody for joining this afternoon. We are excited to announce a, brand new product that we think will change the way that you use your phone system. We've been developing this product for a considerable amount of time, and we're excited that we're ready to roll this out to our customer base. And I think that hopefully you'll find the value in it. My name is Eric Sedgwick. I'm the Chief Product Officer for Spectrum VoIP and work with the team to get this product ready for production. And so, without further ado, I'll get started with uh, giving you some information about it. And then toward the end, I'll be able to give some pricing. And for those of you that have recently joined, there is a Q&A button, I believe, at the bottom of your screen. And we have a few folks that are going to be answering questions. So please feel free to ask questions as we go on. And at the end, if we have a little time, I'll try to go through those and see what questions we have that I could answer. So, so what we're going to be talking about is a virtual receptionist, a virtual agent that can be added to your existing phone service that you have with us. I want to thank all of you for being customers with us. We do appreciate it. We're a privately held company based out of Plano, Texas, and we feel like we try to have a personal touch with our customers, and so we do appreciate each and every one of you. So, as it says, meet Iris. Iris is our virtual receptionist or virtual AI agent. Um, as a lot of you may have seen that these robot or virtual receptionists have continuously improved over the years, and I think this is first time that we've ever seen that it is ready for prime time use with our service. And we'll give you a number at the end where you can call and test it, so that you can see what it's like in real life. But we feel like we've made this affordable enough for you to be able to add it to your business so that it helps you work more efficiently. So the first slide here, I've listed off some reasons or some features that should make it important for you, should make it more available for you to be able to use. You can use it to instantly answer calls 24/7. It can be programmed for certain hours, or a lot of our customers so far are going to be using it as a virtual receptionist 24/7, which gives a much more professional um, approach to answering the call when you compare that to a more two-dimensional automated attendant. Okay. This is going to be able to answer questions for customers when they call in. They can be able to, ask questions like your office hours, services that you offer, directions, your address, pricing, and most of this information on this version of the receptionist is pulled from your website. So the receptionist will automatically scrub the material that you have on your website. It'll look at your Google profile. And then in a secondary version, we will be able to load information into the receptionist to provide additional information for the receptionist to provide to customers. And that can be from a knowledge base or from material. Calendar integrations is another tool to help with scheduling availability. The receptionist can be prompted to send the customer a text message that provides them with information like websites, pricing for menus or calendar links. There's a pretty good list of options there. And in this version that we're going to be talking about here, this is an outbound message only. Okay. This receptionist once is it determines a destination, can route calls automatically to departments such as billing or sales or support. Or you can even request to talk to an individual. So it can, you can say, I want to talk with Eric Sedgwick, and it'll route directly to my extension. Uh, Now, robocalls, all of us have gotten calls from messages that just play. This will filter those out because the receptionist will not see a an end or a destination for that conversation. So it does have a timeout where it by default it's a 3-minute timeout, so that if a message keeps playing over and over again, that receptionist line is not going to be continuously used. We can tailor that to be shorter or longer depending on your needs. The receptionist can handle conversations in English, Spanish, and Portuguese. We are building out more languages as we speak, but what's fun is if you're bilingual, you can start it in English and switch to Spanish and back to English again. And then I already kind of alluded to this, but you can have it answered 24/7, or if you're really only interested in having a receptionist after hours, we can program it to do just that. When you log into the Stratus portal, which is your portal that you use to access our phone service, uh, you'll see on the right, you're going to see this page, and you're going to be able to fill out a little short questionnaire where it says "Get started," and an inside sales rep will reach out, we'll get it set up for you, and you have a 7-day free trial. After the 7 days, the billing will start. And given that there's no term commitment or obligation, you can cancel at any point in time. So once you're in the portal and you have the Iris receptionist activated, some features here that you'll be able to have access to will provide you with a list of calls that the receptionist has taken, and it's going to grade those calls as being successful or unsuccessful, and that's determined by the ending of the call. Did it get answered a question and then the final words were thank you, or did it get transferred to an extension? You can play the recording hitting the play button on the top of the screen. You can look at a summary of the call. So this 3-minute and 25-second call was summarized in looks like about 2 sentences. And then there's a transcript of the actual conversation. The second tab is Insights, and this is somewhat of a reporting tab. It's going to give you information about missed calls, times of day, number of calls in the busiest day of the week. And then for this one, as you look in the top right-hand corner, this one is showing about 7 days worth of activity. I'll admit I didn't provide a very robust view here. There's only 22 calls at 3 p.m. on Wednesday, so I should have gotten a better screenshot. But you get the idea of you'll be able to see a little bit of activity, and then you can, of course, adjust that to say 30 days instead of 7. Business information. When we build this account for you, we're going to put in your website. So this is our website, and it's scrubbed the material on the website, giving the description, address, services offer, and quite a bit more information, such as business hours. Those are listed outside the screen view. The settings tab is where we come in and put in your welcome message. So this is how Iris greets your callers. You can come in here and make changes to this. As you can see, this is not super complicated, so you can make changes yourself here. The voice is what people hear. So these are all Google voices that are very common. Jessica, I think, is the default that we use. And then there are some custom transfers that we can create for you that will be labeled if someone says, I want to talk to sales or billing or technical services. And then directory at the bottom. This is what ties it into all of your individual extensions. So if you want to have callers be able to get routed to individuals, then we enable the directory integration. We do have the ability to remove certain people from the abilities like the president or CEO or someone's name who's the president or CEO. They may not want to get calls through your main line. Okay. Pricing. Okay. So saving the best for last. So usage is tracked by the seconds. It's cumulative over the month. So if a call only takes 10 seconds, you're only paying for 10 seconds or you're using 10 seconds of your allotment. And when the call gets transferred or the caller hangs up, that's when the clock stops ticking. But on average, the average interaction with the agent is about 30 seconds and usually a little less, but you're paying a base charge of $99 per month. This is going to include 200 minutes. Now, given that the average call is about 30 seconds, this would mean 400 calls per month. Now, any overage in that is billed at 50 cents per minute. Remember, these are short duration. These are not going to include the conversation that your employees have with the customer. Once the call is transferred, the clock stops ticking. The option for sending SMS messages is 1 cent per message. And in this version of Iris, this is our standard version, you do not have any monthly campaign fees on top of that. That's going to be for a different version, which I'm about to talk about. But I'll reiterate, there are no contracts or term agreements. You can cancel anytime that you want to. So if you decide, this isn't for you, or you can certainly remove the amount of time that it handles calls. So you only after hours or only certain times of the day. So I've mentioned this a few times. There's a secondary version that'll come out. Right now we're referring to it as Iris Pro. It's going to have some more advanced filters for robocalls and junk calls. This is going to give you more receptionists, and that means, let's say you have a car dealership and you have a Chevrolet, a Buick, and a Dodge Chrysler Jeep. Each one of those brands would need its own agent with its own greeting. That's what that refers to. Now, we also will offer a website AI agent. This would be a chatbot that you can add to your website. It will also support two-way texting. So if you wanted to have the agent answer questions via via text, that will be available. I mentioned earlier about the knowledge base integration to expand the agent's knowledge. And I will mention that the agent will remember previous conversations and previous names of people that they've spoken with. So it does give a little more personal appeal to the agent. The more that it gets used, it will remember. There will be APIs to be able to integrate into CRMs and other platforms. You will be able to choose between different large language models such as ChatGPT, Grok, and some others. Outbound calling campaigns will be supported. So think of that as more of an outbound notification of maybe a special that you're running, or maybe someone, you need to load people in to pay their bills, things of that nature. So, and then lastly, some more advanced calendar integrations so that that can be used to actually schedule appointments on your business's calendar. So think of that, the agent, as the first leg of the call. You've got the recording, you've got you've got the tracking, you've got the transcription of it. Once the call gets transferred, then that passes over into the hands of one of your employees, and that's where this picks up. So we do have a separate product that's currently available. It's an AI transcription and sentiment. This takes all of your inbound, outbound, and internal calls and it transcribes them and applies some AI to those transcriptions, which I'll show to you in just a moment. But the recordings with this get retained for 6 months. So if you have it set on all of your employees, you'll have all calls retained in our platform for 6 months included. All the calls are graded positive, neutral, or negative, and then there are keywords that get called out and a short summary. And then you can use this, of course, for a little more granular coaching than if you're just listening to a recording, which is what we currently offer. In the portal, when you're in the call history tab, which you can see on the top left, clicking on a call will expose this screen, and this will let you play the recording with the play button or jump to certain portions of the call based on what the agent or what the AI platform deemed it as positive, neutral, or negative. The summary there, as you can see, is at the top, and then the transcription of that call is located at the bottom. And then there's an easy button at the bottom for downloading that transcript if you want to retain that for future reference. So pretty straightforward. The transcription piece is both are available currently, and those are both easy to add. The transcription, I believe that my pricing slide got somehow deleted since the last meeting, but it's the same price. It's $99. You get virtually unlimited as far as the transcriptions are concerned, but both products are $99 a month. Neither one of them have a contract or a term that you have to agree to, so you could turn it on, and if you feel like I'm not using it enough, you could turn it off and then turn it back on later on down the road. It's very, very easy for us to do for you. It's done all right there at the same conversation. So, Jeff, I'll ping on you to let me know if we're still getting more questions. We can hang tight here and answer those in the Q&A section if they're still coming in. But I want to thank all of you for joining. We're excited about this new product, and we look forward to hopefully getting it in place for all of you.
Yeah, so one of the questions is, can we listen on a phone call? If you'd like, you can try to demo that, but if you'd like, I'm going to put just call our main phone number, and that is the agent. But I will put it in the chat so everyone can see. Now, let's just see, just kind of call in and, make it quick, see how it sounds, and then go from there. So I just put that in the chat.
This number is live. This is our direct line to our Plano corporate office, and the agent will answer. And if you want to listen to it, you can. It will transfer you to certain departments. So if you don't need to talk to them, don't blow their phones up if you don't mind. But do it. Go ahead and test it out. That's why we have it in place. Are there any other questions, Jeff, that you wanted to bring up that might be important for others?
Yeah, so someone was asking, I just answered the question directly, but asking about how to just turn it on. Do they have to upgrade their system to get this, or can that be turned on? What you need to do is just go to the link at the bottom of this QA slide, spectrumvoip.com/AI-receptionist. That is a landing page for the Iris feature. and you can click on the sign up button. That'll get you with an inside salesperson to get started. And then a Spectrum VoIP representative will activate the feature for you. And then at that point, they'll also go through a quick setup, and then you can go from there. And once again, it's month to month. So you can turn it, you get a 7-day free trial. And if you want to turn it off, you can, and then you can turn it back on at any time as well. But you'll have that control to do that once we've activated the feature. But we
And
at this time are manually activating it for our customers.
yeah, we're going to have a self sign up soon, but as Jeff mentioned, we'll set this up for you. Jeff, it takes what by the time it scrubs the website and Google material, it's 5 to 10 minutes to set it up.
Someone else type. I'm sorry, someone
Okay.
was typing. Repeat the question, Eric.
Yeah, I was just pointing out the setup time, guys, is not very long. Maybe 5 to 10 minutes worth of work to get it in place. The agent is doing all the work for us.
Correct. Yes. I mean, really, the only thing you have to do is enter your Google profile if you have one. If it doesn't find one, it'll find it. You can enter your website. It pretty much goes through, like we stated earlier, scrapes your website, Google profile, bases everything off of that. And then if there's some other things where if you want to control the transfers as well as, any welcome message or even set the agent's voice, those are the types of things you set up. And then we point a number at it and it's ready to go. So it's very quick and easy.
Yep. Multiple numbers can be pointed to a single agent right now, but we do not have the ability to support the Iris Pro, which is going to have multiple agents, where you have multiple brands or say multiple locations. That is coming very, very soon within a very short period of time.
Okay, so another pretty important question. So if our website doesn't have as much information as they would need, in what context we need to give to make it work? We can do that too. A representative of our company can actually edit certain properties behind the scenes to help enhance the business profile information. So we can always edit that. It's an editable thing, so it's not something that is state, like one and done. So we can always add more context to what your website has.
And also want to add, we have had real life examples of, for example, a company that does they sell tires and they also do emergency tire changes, and they're small business, small number of people at this small business, and most of the phone calls are the same questions, whether they're hours of operation, where do they handle their business, what types of brands of tires do they carry, and the owner was extremely excited about it because it'll offload the majority of the phone calls that he has to take onto a receptionist that can answer and give the same information that he gives, but it doesn't have to require him to be on the line to do that, so he can be doing his job. So small business or large business, it doesn't really matter. I think this is a good fit for a lot of different types and sizes.
So here is one. Can it handle calls for a real estate office? We need to get some more context on how you mean handle calls. I mean, it can handle any call from any type of business, but specifically, what are you looking for it to do?
Yeah, I mean, it takes the place of a receptionist, but obviously there are limitations. But we feel like being able to triage those calls will just cut down on the number of calls that a human has to take, and be able to automate that with the basic information that a lot of people are calling in and asking for. It always has the option to bounce out to a person. That could be another receptionist, or it can be to department leads or individuals. I think that kind of wraps things up. Please reach out to us if we can get this put in place. Get your 7-day trial started and at no charge to you. And we look forward to working with you. Once again, we appreciate you calling in and hearing us out today. And thank you also for being customers. We will talk soon. Thank you.